the getting React Starter up running on Heroku now. Made some changes so that it will run using multiple build packs. So this should be a fairly easy process of cloning the app into a new, into a new project directory, and then going into it, and just creating a new app using the Heroku toolkit. I think it's app create. Let's see. Apps. You can give it a name if you want, but in this case, I guess it's called Obscure Headland. And the whole goal of this was that we should just be able to do git push Heroku master and have it run through and build. So it's using both the Ruby and the Node build packs, since we have both Ruby and Node stuff in there. We originally were running into problems with the Node portion of the build pack, and so just to kind of showcase the changes I made, the first is you put a .build packs, which lists the different build packs you want it to run, which we've done with the Node and Ruby build packs. And then when we were building Webpack, locally we were always using the global Webpack, but I changed the path to use the global build pack, and I changed it to use the locally installed in the Node modules Webpack binary. And then the other thing was that on Heroku, while it was trying to do the npm install, because we were doing it in a script that called npm install, we needed to add a flag of -- production to the npm install to not have it install all of the dev dependencies. It was breaking on building those dev dependencies. Also, you'll get a warning about there being a missing .env file because .env tries to load it, and if it's not there, it just outputs a warning. And that's fine because the secrets will be set in the environment itself, and we don't need to load a .env file. Great, I probably broke something else.
It's not finding your Webpack because you're doing an npm install production. It is not installing the dev dependencies, so Webpack's not going to be in there, right?
Let's see. The reason this worked before then was because I'd pushed once and it tried to install with the dev dependencies, and it caches the installs between pushes. So it must have still had the Webpack stuff. So it's good testing this. So
it sounds like in order to deploy to Heroku, because we build the assets on the server, we will need all of the dev dependencies as well, right? Because it'll have to have Babel, it'll have to have Webpack, all these different modules that are required to.
Yeah, the ones it was running into were mainly the Karma ones were the ones it was failing with on errors. So maybe we can split that out a little bit, kind of maybe a test in the dev environment or something. So
okay, and there's no hook that you can work with when you're dealing with Heroku so that you could pre-compile on the local machine and then push it up?
That's what we've been doing before with our deploy script.
Right.
But we've been running into problems where, like, if the deploy fails and stuff, you have to commit the files into your repo.
Oh, that's right. Okay, fair enough.
To have that work.
So the fix is probably what we need to do is figure out which particular pieces we'll need in order to build all of the JavaScript, and then include those in the production, include everything else in DevTools, or just in the standard dependencies, because we've got a couple of Babel dependencies already, like the runtime, which makes sense. But if we bring Webpack, and it'll probably need a bunch of different Webpack, like the dev, well, no, not the dev server, but the compile templates, the different loaders, the React hot loader, all that stuff will probably have to be moved over. And then we'll just want to add some notes so that we know why we did that.
Phantom.js was another one it failed on as far as.
Yeah, you don't want all that stuff on the server if you can avoid it. Okay.
Yep. So other than that, work. So we just need to get the right packages figured out there.
Okay. So after we do this, we'll be able to clone the repo and then just do a git push Heroku master. It'll use the build packs, and we'll be able to deploy one of these new apps.
Yep.
And I'm also working on a Rails generator, a template, so that you'll be able to run through a script that'll ask you a few questions, and then it will just build the application. So up until now, after you've cloned one of the Canvas starter apps, you've had to go through and do a search and replace on a bunch of names and whatnot. This script will just do all of the heavy lifting for you. So it'll literally be run the generator, do a git push Heroku master, and you'll be up and running. Yep, that's kind of the goal. So cool.
You also have to, set your config bar on Heroku. But,
okay. And we'll want to run we'll want to make these changes to the React starter app as well.
Yeah, actually I did. Like, this is the React starter app, and then I just merged them into the Canvas starter app. So
cool.
And then we'll figure out the packages and then go from there. So
okay. Sounds good.
And this will work too, because I can just move one package at a time and then send it.
And test it.
So in this packet, this script that does the npm install it detects that the Rails environment production value is set, and then calls the npm install with the production flag. Otherwise, it does just the normal install all the dependencies. So I'll have to read up a little more in npm and see if there's, we could do it with additional flags, like have 3 groups, kind of a production assets and just dev dependencies or something. So
okay. All right, we'll take a look at that. Let me know, and then hopefully we can get this done and wrapped up in the next day and get the code up on GitHub.
Yep. So cool.
Okay. Thank you much.
Yep.